That's
Can
what,
you
I'm
speak to
sorry.
the nature of the first half versus and the difference in the two?
Yeah, I thought we were going to be well prepared for this game, and we didn't play like it in the first half though. I thought we played on our heels. I didn't think we were aggressive enough. We weren't shot ready when we got penetration kickouts in the first half. They blocked a couple of our threes. We just didn't have a punch to us, and that was disappointing. And we addressed it at halftime. Obviously, we changed a couple things defensively. We really tried to turn up the heat and the pressure because I felt like they were too comfortable offensively in the first half. And I thought Trey Bonham, did a great job early on in the second half, and really the whole game of putting pressure at the top of their offense. And so, what it did was it allowed us to get some steal layups, which kind of lifted that burden that we had in the first half on us, and allowed us to play with more freedom and a little more belief. But again, it was really the way we came out in the second half, because with that thing being at 17, if we allowed them to get a basket or two, we probably can't get back in that game. But we cut it quick. We had 3 different big runs in the second half, and I've been in a game like that. I've been on the other side of it though, and it's not a great feeling. But I'm incredibly proud of the way our guys competed, stuck together, and kept belief through all 40 minutes.
How were you able to get Colin going in the second half?
I don't think we did a good enough job as a staff, finding opportunities for him to get catches. That hasn't been an issue for us all year, so we didn't really emphasize it before the game. But Florida State plays a defensive style that's tricky, and it's not something that we've seen a lot of, so it took us a little bit to get comfortable. And then as we got into halftime, I think he only had 5 field goal attempts or whatever it was at the half 4. And as a staff, we made a concerted effort to get him catches. He's one of the best players in the country, and Colin did a fantastic job. Obviously, finishing with 25 and 9, and that's the luxury of having such a great player. He might not get enough touches in the first half, but he stays with it, and then he delivers as he did. And he was obviously a huge part as to why we were able to win.
You mentioned that first half not amped up, not ready to go. You had a couple technical fouls as well. Do you think that kind of played a factor as well?
In terms of?
Just like the slow start, I'm just getting too emotional with the rivalry.
Well, the first one was a flop technical, so not really on that one. I wasn't pleased with Alex's, technical, because it just gave him the points right back. That dunk that he had could have been, an energizer, but that technical kind of took the wind out of those sails. So I don't think it was the technicals, but I do think at halftime, the guys did a good job of holding each other accountable, challenging each other to step up, and nobody was okay with the situation. But the great thing was it wasn't like a down and out, we're dead kind of feeling. It was more of like, we got to change this. And I thought their response was obviously great.
You mentioned turning up the pressure early in the second half. Is pressure defense something that you want to be sort of a calling card of your team, or is that just a situational thing that you need to get?
We're not a big full court pressure team. I've never been a big full court pressure coach, but certain games call for certain things. And Florida State, with their injuries and their personnel, I think the guys that play for them are really good players, but at times they struggle handling the ball. And so I thought that would be an opportunity for us to get some run-out layups, get them uncomfortable. We just let them be too comfortable in the first half, and that was on me. I was more concerned with protecting the paint, not letting them get rim twos, sticking to green. But Mills did a really good job. Cleveland was aggressive in the first half, and they started scoring in the mid-range, hitting some floaters. And so they kind of beat the scout in the first half. But so that defensive pressure, I think, kind of got them uncomfortable, and I don't think they were necessarily ready for it.
Your first taste of the rivalry, anything stand out about it?
I love it. Absolutely love being a part of it. This is why you coach in college basketball, to be a part of an incredible program. Get to wear this F on my chest here, coming here to Florida State. Incredible program. Coach Hamilton's been doing it for a long time, been winning at an incredibly high level for a long time. Great crowd in the building tonight. Obviously, you could tell everybody cared, what the result was. And it makes the win even sweeter, coming back all the way from 17 at halftime to win a rivalry game. I think it's the first time in 10 years that we've won here as a program. Pretty neat.
The circles around the rim were there in the first half, just like they were against FAU. Was there any part on guys on the sidelines going?
Yeah, as coaches, you just shake your head a little bit. You got to fight through it. It's never easy. I thought we had a couple really, really good looks at the rim that we just kind of let roll off. We didn't finish with physicality, which was disappointing. but we fixed it. We did a better job that way in the second half.
All right. Thanks, guys.